Hey guys, I'm Princey and welcome back to my channel Ang's Cadbury. I am back with another yummy-licious mouth-watering recipe of chicken biryani. And if you have missed out my other recipes, then here's the I button up there. Yeah, but don't click it now, click it after watching this video. So moving on today's video, I am sharing here a recipe of chicken biryani which I am made in somewhat my princess style in Princess Paghar. Hope you all will like it, and if you're interested in knowing this recipe, then do keep on watching. So quickly moving on to the ingredient list. I am taking here chicken. I have taken both boneless and bone chicken with bone chicken. I have not removed the bones out of it because biryani is all about chicken, if be it boneless or with bones. So next I have taken finely chopped vegetables, that is carrots, and I have finely chopped it and slices like so. Next I have taken cashew nuts and raisins. You can adjust the amount according to your wish. I have also taken some ginger and garlic and onions. I will make a paste out of it. I will blend it in a blender and make a fine paste out of it. So next I have taken finely chopped onions. I have chopped it into small slices. So I have taken this onions for frying the biryani, and the paste I will be adding after frying this onion which turns into golden brown. Then I will be adding the paste. So I have also taken potatoes. I have cut it into two halves. I have first of all peeled it and cut it into two halves. I have kept it in water so that they don't turn reddish in color. Next I have taken some fresh green peas. I have peeled it and just washed it with water. And for some spices today, I am taking some Indian spices, that is salt, turmeric powder, and biryani masala and bay leaves. So for more details of the quantity or amount I have been using in cooking this recipe, you can just check it into the description box down below. So next I am using some lemon juice. I will add this lemon juice in the rice I will be cooking because we are using pre-cooked rice in this biryani. So last but not the least, I am using rice. I am using this Rampal Johar rice for cooking the biryani. You can go for any other basmati rice of your own choice. So now quickly moving on to the recipe now. So to start with, I have taken two saucepans like so. Here I will be cooking the biryani, and here I will be cooking the rice for our biryani. So I have boiled some water, and this water is steaming hot now. Not steaming hot, boiling hot. So I will just lower the flame of the gas stove and then add the rice to it. I will be pre-cooking the rice for the biryani as I have told you earlier. I will be cooking this rice in this saucepan because if you cook this rice in a pressure cooker, then the rice may turn out to be sticky. So we will be also adding this lemon juice, but we will not add the lemon juice here right now because it may keep the rice half cooked. So we will be adding the lemon juice before we just stain the rice. So here I am adding the rice in the saucepan. I will cook it until the rice is completely cooked. The rice is completely cooked, and once the rice is cooked, I will be adding the lemon juice to it and just stain off the rice. Adding lemon juice to the rice keep the rice from sticking to one another. So we are adding lemon juice and some oil also I have added to it so that the rice doesn't stick to one another and just are separated from one another. So in the next saucepan, I have just heated up in this we will be cooking the biryani until the rice is ready for our biryani. So I will be fry the chicken pieces here. So I have added some oil. I am using the Dhara refined oil. You can use oil of your own choice. You can use butter also, but don't use mustard oil because mustard oil has a smell that you will not like in the biryani. So I am using here Dhara refined oil. And to this now I will pop in the other spices of mine, that is I have already showed in the ingredient list. So waiting for the oil to get heated up, and if you have heard the bonzo's barking sound, that I am really sorry. It disturbs me a lot. So I will wait until the oil is hot enough to just pour into the other ingredients. First I will be adding 2 tablespoons of sugar. It will be giving an enhancing brownish color to our recipe, that is our chicken biryani. So I will be adding sugar to it, and when the oil is heated up, then only I will be adding the sugar. So we will be waiting until the sugar cooks like so, that is caramelized the sugar. Make sure the sugar doesn't burnt out. And next I am adding the bay leaves and the onions to it. Now I will give it a good stir to mix everything well, and you will see the color the sugar turns this onion out. So on the other hand, our rice is completely cooked, so I will be pouring in the lemon juice to it, then give it a good stir, and after 5 minutes I will be straining everything out, that is the rice out in a good strainer. Try cooking out your rice in this method. You will be always find of just floppy rice, and they will not stick to one another. And of course, and the flavor of the lemon and the aroma, you will love that in your biryani. So cook your rice for the biryani in this method. So I have strained out the rice in a strainer like so. I will allow it to cool down until the chicken pieces are cooked. So I will just keep it aside. So here the onions have turned out nice golden brown in color. So now I am adding the ginger, garlic and the onion paste that I have made. So at this moment I will be also adding the green peas to it, and then give it a nice good mix. But I will not be adding the carrots now. I will be adding the carrots later on. So once I have cooked everything well, I will be adding the spices to it. Make sure before adding the spices that your peas have popped up and your ginger garlic paste has been cooked up nicely. Otherwise you will not love the raw taste of it in your biryani. So after that only I have added all the spices to it once at a time, and then I have mixed it well and cooked for next 2 to 3 minutes. Make sure you cook your spices really well, otherwise you will end up having a raw smell or raw taste of it. So cook the spices for around 5 to 7 minutes, maximum 10 minutes. If you while cooking, if you find that the spices has ended up sticking at the bottom of your pan, then do sprinkle some water and it will help you out it not sticking the spices to the bottom of the pan. So once I have cooked the spices for around 5 to 7 minutes, that is the spices are well cooked, I have just added the raisins and the cashew nuts to it. You can also skip this step because you can fry the raisins and cashew nuts in one more step and just add it at the last, not at the last, means at the end. But I love cooking this because I am lazy, so I don't want an additional one more step. So cooking everything well and then cooking the spices for more 5 minutes. Everything is all set. Now I will pop in the chicken pieces to it. After mixing everything well, now I will pop in the potato pieces to it and give it a good mix again, that is a good stir again. Then I will cover the saucepan with a lid and allow the potato and the chicken to cook very nice. We have to cook it until the chicken has turned tender and soft enough to be eatable. So we will just cover it with a lid and just cook it for the next 30 to 45 minutes. And I am cooking it for next 30 to 45 minutes because you can see the chicken pieces are quite big. That is, I have taken medium pieces of the chicken and I like it like this in my biryani. And if you want to cook it in less time, then make sure to take small pieces of the chicken, or you can pre-boil the chicken. While cooking the chicken and the potatoes, make sure you stir it continuously, that is after small intervals, otherwise you will end up burning your chicken. Look at the color of the gravy. It is so yummy delicious. I know you will love it out. Look at this, look at this. It is so colorful and so yummy delicious. It just brings water in my mouth. So I know you will love it. So just can't wait till for the recipe to end up and taste it. So once the chicken is well cooked and tender, that is, the chicken must be completely cooked up and the potatoes should be also be well cooked, then only I will be adding the carrot pieces to it. I have added the carrot slices at the end because as the carrot doesn't take much time to cook, so I have added it at the end. So I will give it a good stir and next cook it for next 5 minutes so that the carrots get well cooked. Then I will be adding the rice to it. So everything is well cooked and it is now good to go. So look at the color. So now I will be adding the rice to it and then give it a good stir. So after mixing everything well, this is how our biryani looks. To end up, I will be adding up some chopped coriander leaves and some clarified butter to it. Coriander leaves and clarified butter adds a nice aroma to the recipe and it's make it more mouth-watering and yummy delicious. You just can't get out of the smell and while eating, oh my gosh. So here's my biryani is complete. I have stirred everything well. Now I would cover it with a lid. I have turned off the gas and now I would cover it with cover the saucepan with a lid and then leave it like this for next 5 to 10 minutes. So here I have served the biryani in a brass plate, that is kahor kahi. So it is a traditional Assamese plate. So I have served it out. You can have it hot with some pickle or some tomato sauce. So do try this recipe out at home and do share a pics of it or tell me just in my mail that you have tried this recipe. It will be a great pleasure for me to know this. So if you like my recipe and if this recipe is your yummylicious recipe, then don't forget to hit the like button down below and do subscribe to Ang's Cadbury for more and more videos like this. Until my next video, love you, take care and bye.